Professor Dumbledore was interviewing Sybil Trelawney for the position of divination teacher in a room above the bar at the Hog's Head. She was the great-great-granddaughter of a very famous, very gifted seer. But Professor Dumbledore was disappointed. He told her politely that he did not think she would be suitable for the post and turned to leave. At that moment, she started speaking in harsh, hoarse tone. The one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord approaches, born to those who have thrice defied him. Born as the seventh month dies and the Dark Lord will mark him as his equal, but he will have power the Dark Lord knows not, and either must die at the hand of the other, for neither can live while the other survives. The one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord will be born as the seventh month dies. But what exactly did this mean, and why the prophecy was so crucial? Hello and welcome to Harry Potter Fan Club. Today we will analyze the prophecy and try to understand what it actually means. So let's begin. First part of prophecy says, "The one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord approaches, born to those who have thrice defied him, born as the seventh month dies." This speaks of a boy born at the end of July that year who can defeat Lord Voldemort. The boy would be born to parents who have defied the Dark Lord thrice. This means that the parents have escaped from Voldemort 3 times, but this held true for not one but 2 boys, Harry and Neville. Both born at the end of July month, Neville on 30th July and Harry on 31st. Parents of both Harry and Neville were members of the Order of the Phoenix, having fought and escaped from Voldemort and his Death Eaters thrice. If the prophecy was applicable to both Harry and Neville, then what made Harry Potter the chosen one, and not Neville? Well, when this prophecy was being made in the room above Hog's Head Bar, there was someone listening outside the door. It was Severus Snape. He was a Death Eater at the time. He heard the initial part, but could not hear the whole prophecy as he was caught eavesdropping. But he escaped and reported whatever he heard to Voldemort. This is why the next part of the prophecy is most crucial. It says, "And the Dark Lord will mark him as his equal." Now, why this is so important? Because Voldemort, not knowing this part, decided to eliminate the threat, and this is what caused the prophecy to turn into a reality. But why Voldemort decided to attack Harry, when Neville was an equally plausible threat? Well, the reason behind this is not explicitly clear, but there is a possibility that because Harry was a half-blood just like Voldemort, he perceived him as a threat and ignored the pureblood Neville. "He chose the boy he thought most likely to be a danger to him," said Dumbledore. And notice this, Harry. He chose not the pureblood, which according to his creed is the only kind of wizard worth being or knowing, but the half-blood like himself. He saw himself in you before he had ever seen you, and in marking you with that scar, he did not kill you as he intended, but gave you powers and a future, which have fitted you to escape him not once, but 4 times so far. Something that neither your parents nor Neville's parents ever achieved. Voldemort was seeing his own self in Harry and deciding to attack him. He marked Harry as his equal. Voldemort's decision to attack Harry is what set the prophecy in motion. 2 things happened when Voldemort attacked Harry. First, when Lily sacrificed her life to save Harry, it created a protection around him, which would continue flowing inside him. Second, after killing Lily, when Voldemort tried to attack Harry, his killing curse rebounded due to that protection. This led to Voldemort losing his body, but he didn't die due to Horcruxes. But this is not the only thing that happened. As Voldemort had already created 5 Horcruxes before attacking Harry, it had made his soul unstable. When the killing curse rebounded, a part of Voldemort's soul, which was ripped apart due to killing James and Lily, got separated and latched onto the only living thing in the room. That was baby Harry. Voldemort had created another Horcrux in the form of Harry, but this one without his knowledge. This gave Harry the lightning scar on his forehead, and along with it some unique abilities. First is the ability to speak Parseltongue, and second, it created a connection between Harry and Voldemort's minds. These abilities helped Harry in his quest to defeat Voldemort, thus rendering the prophecy true. The next part of prophecy mentions, "But he will have power the Dark Lord knows not." This meant that Harry will have the power that Voldemort didn't have or understand. This is the most fascinating yet most underrated aspect. Because what could be the power that Harry had but Voldemort didn't? It was the power of love. I know what you must be feeling. This word has been used so often that it has started sounding cliché. But today we will try to understand in detail what it actually meant. Now, Voldemort didn't really try to understand the different kinds of magic other than dark magic and brute force because he underestimated it. Think about this. When Lily gave up her life for her son, it was the magical power of love that gave Harry the protection which Voldemort could not overcome till the very end. He did not try to understand it, and used Harry's blood for his own resurrection after the Triwizard Tournament. As a result, the protection that was flowing through Harry only till his age of 17 now continued to flow through Voldemort himself and ensured that Harry could not be killed as long as Voldemort lived. This proved to be a deciding factor in the battle between Harry and Voldemort. Similarly, when Harry willingly sacrificed himself in the Forbidden Forest for his friends, loved ones, and everyone fighting Voldemort, it gave them all the same protection, which again, Voldemort did not know. It was love that stopped Voldemort from possessing Harry again after he had done it in the Ministry. Professor Dumbledore told Harry, "That power also saved you from possession by Voldemort because he could not bear to reside in a body so full of the force he detests. In the end, it mattered not that you could not close your mind. It was your heart that saved you." Harry was helped and protected by his friends and loved ones, whereas Voldemort was betrayed by his own supporters. For example, when he asked Narcissa Malfoy to check whether Harry is dead in the Forbidden Forest, she lied to him in the hope to see her son Draco. Again, Voldemort's ignorance about the power of love costed him. So the power of love is what separated Harry and Voldemort and created all the difference eventually. Last part of the prophecy says, "And either must die at the hand of the other, for neither can live while the other survives." Well, it was evident that Voldemort would not stop trying to kill Harry, because he was a symbol of hope for all those in the wizarding world that did not want Voldemort to rise. The boy who lived. The chosen one. After everyone knew about the prophecy at the end of Order of the Phoenix, everyone started recognizing the leadership of Harry and rallying behind him with support. This is why Voldemort was obsessed with killing Harry, as he was the biggest obstacle in his rise to power. Harry, on the other hand, was also compelled to defeat and destroy Voldemort because, until it happened, he would continue to lose his loved ones. He had lost his parents, Sirius, Professor Dumbledore, Dobby, Fred, Lupin, Tonks. He was so determined that he was willing to sacrifice his own life in order to vanquish the Dark Lord. This brings us to the conclusion that Harry was the chosen one, greatly due to the prophecy and the unique circumstances that were created. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting content. Let us know your opinion and suggestions in the comments down below. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Till then, mischief managed.